Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to remind you about the giveaway that just went live. You will find the link down below in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification bell and leave a thumbs up. So today I will be showing you how to make this super comfy slipper. I call it the Little Mary Lamb slipper. It's part of my Little Mary Lamb pattern series, and I will show you the size for 12 month. In the link below you can find the written description for both this size and the two other sizes, which are 6 month and 24 month. Cute, yes. So yeah, let's get started. So for this pattern you will use chenille yarn. I use Sirdar smudge because it's my favorite. I use it for all of these kinds of projects. It requires a 6mm hook, but we will be working with a 5mm hook to get a bit, we don't want so much holes in the slipper. So a smaller hook than the yarn requires. You will then need a cotton yarn. I am using Catania from this brand name that I really can't pronounce, and it recommends 2.5 to 3.5mm crochet hook. We will be using a 2.5mm crochet hook. This is a scrap yarn, a leftover yarn from the same brand. And for that one we will also be using the 2.5mm crochet hook. You will need a needle. I prefer these types of needles that are not as pointed because they don't snag on the yarn so much, and with a big eyelet to fit the chunky yarn. And you will need a tiny pair of scissors. Okay, so I will be showing you the 12-month size. So let's put away this. Both slippers are crocheted in the same way, so there are really no right or left slippers. So they look the same from every direction, except that I will be putting the bow on separate sides. So you will start with your chenille yarn, and you will then make a slip knot, and we will chain 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like this. And in the second chain from your hook, this is the first and this is the second. So in the second chain, just through one of the chain loops, you will work 2 single crochets, and then you will work 1 single crochet in 8 stitches, or in 8 chains. Like that. Then you will have 1 chain left at the end, and in that chain you will work 3 single crochets. So I would work 2 single crochets, and I will put this little yarn back so I work almost from the other side. Now you will then make 1 single crochet in each remaining chain on the other side of the starting chain. It will be a total of 9 single crochets for this part. So the last single crochet you will be making will end up in the very first chain over here. So it makes 3 single crochets in the first chain and 3 in the last. Sometimes it takes a bit practice to find your stitches in this kind of yarn, and that's okay. Now we will slip stitch in our first stitch like this, and then we will chain 1, and we will be working 2 single crochets in the first stitch and 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then we will be working 1 single crochet in 5 stitches. It can be kind of tricky sometimes to see, but you can clearly see here that this is 1 stitch, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1 single crochet in 5 stitches. So then we will work 1 half double crochet in this stitch, if you're unfamiliar with some of these stitches that I'm making, you can check my channel for instructions on how to do the stitches. So 1 half double crochet, and then we will make 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and now we'll be making 2 double crochets in each of the 5 stitches that follows. So 1, and then 1 in the same stitch again. We'll repeat that 4 more times. So 5 times. Then we will make 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and in the following stitch we'll make 1 half double crochet like that. Now we will work 1 single crochet in 5 stitches, and in the last stitch we will do 2 single crochets, and then we will slip stitch into our first stitch like this. You see that your starting stitch is not really centered, but that's okay, it won't be noticeable. Now we will chain 1 and turn. Okay, this will be the bottom of our slipper. So this fluffy side is the inside because we want it nice and cozy inside. This is the bottom. So now you will work 1 single crochet in the back loop only. So in the loop that is not facing you, the loop that is facing away. So just insert your hook in the middle of your stitch, only getting the back loop, and make your single crochet. When you reach the half double crochets and the double crochets, make sure you're not taking this that you have here, but only going through the correct loop in the top of the stitch. And as I said before, if you need a written description, you can find that on my website in the link that I have put below. And if you want a printable version of it, you can go to my Etsy shop and buy it. This video won't be cut or edited. You will see me do each stitch in the real amount of time it takes me. So they are kind of fast slippers to make. So when you have made one single crochet in the back loop, you will have 30 single crochets. And you will then slip stitch into your first stitch like this. Here you have the beginning of your slipper. So now we will work 1 single crochet, or first you will chain 1 and work in the same direction, no turning, and do 1 single crochet in each stitch all around. So no back loop or front loop, just a normal single crochet through both loops. You get probably 2.5 to 3 pairs of these little Mary Lamb slippers out of 1 ball of Sirdar smudge. So, and 1 ball costs approximately around $6, which means they are fast to make and not very expensive to make, and will make a great seller at craft fairs or gifts. And when working with this yarn, try to make sure that you double check your rounds so you haven't missed any stitch, because it happens to me a lot actually. So when you have made 1 single crochet in each stitch all around, you as usual slip stitch to the first stitch, and you will chain 1. Now we'll work 1 single crochet in 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We will then make 1 half double crochet, and now we will do double crochet 2 together in a total of 5 times. So to do that, you do yarn over, go through first stitch, yarn over, pull yarn through, go through second stitch, yarn over, yarn through, pull through 3 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So then you have made 2 single crochets into 1 double crochet. So we do that 5 times, or a total of 5 times, so I don't confuse you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after we have made the 5 double crochet 2 together, we will then make 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we will make 1 single crochet in 9 stitches. And we will then slip stitch together like this, and we will chain 1. Now you will do 1 single crochet in 8 stitches, need to double check. Yes. And we will then do single crochet 2 together 5 times. So for that decrease, we do hook through first stitch, pull through yarn, hook through second stitch, and pull through yarn, yarn over, and pull through all loops. So we will do that a total of 5 times also. Like this. We will then make 1 single crochet in 7 stitches. And we will slip stitch into the first stitch. Now we'll chain 1, and in the same direction you will do 1 single crochet in each stitch. So you should have 20 stitches or 20 single crochets here. You will now chain 1, and you will do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch. You will then do a bobble in the next stitch, which is yarn over, go through stitch, yarn over, yarn through, yarn over, yarn through 2 loops, and then we do yarn over, through stitch, yarn over, through 2 loops. You now have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, through the same stitch once more, yarn over, through 2 loops. You now have 4 loops on your hook. You then go yarn over and pull through all the loops. In the next stitch you make 1 half double crochet. There you have your bobble. We will repeat this all the way around. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, Crochet Corner. We're like a big family. And share your work and your thoughts and your tips and your tricks. And if you are a designer or if you are selling your work, you're welcome to promote your business on Tuesdays. Because I know there are tons of talented designers out there trying to make it. Or people just selling their awesome crochet goodies. So yeah, we allow that because we want to help people succeed and let people grow. And don't forget to subscribe and like, comment and all of that, you know. Yeah, I can go on and on about that forever. It doesn't mean you will do it anyway, but I hope you will. And comment below, because I love to hear what you think about the video and the pattern. And also, if you have any questions, you just leave a comment and I will answer it as soon as I am able. This row started with a half double crochet, so it will end with a bobble. And then you will slip stitch into the first stitch. And then you will just cut the yarn and fasten it. There you have a really cute basic baby booty. And now, so when you have made the first slipper, you will then make a second one in exactly the same way. And Once you have done that, we will begin with the ears. So take whatever color you want. I am, as I said, using Catania. And I don't know if it has a proper name, but it's the color 0263. I have also found that this is the perfect light skin color tone, or yeah, what you say. So take your cotton yarn and your 2.5 millimeter crochet hook and make a magic ring or magic circle. If you don't know how to do it, I have a tutorial also here on my channel that you can watch. So in the magic circle, to make it easier for myself, I make this first loop a bit bigger, because then I don't need to push so hard to get the first stitch of round 2 into the stitch. And now you will make 6 single crochet, like that, and you will then pull on the tail, creating your little round thingy. Pull tight so it's secure. And after finishing round 3, I suggest you take your needle and weave this tail in, because once you have done the whole ear, it will be hard and you don't want your magic circle coming undone later. So now you will make 2 single crochets in your first stitch, and then you will make 1 single crochet in next stitch. And then you will repeat 2 single crochets and 1 single crochet a total of 3 times, so all the way around. If you feel the need, I recommend placing a marker in the first stitch here. So the first stitch created by the 2 single crochets in the first stitch, you can place a marker that you can move up each round as you make your first stitch to always know where you are. So I will place my marker in the first stitch to always know where next round will begin. Then you don't need to keep as much track on counting. So 2 single crochets in 1 stitch and 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 1 more time, and 1 single crochet in last stitch. Then I simply remove my marker. I'm just gonna adjust my chair. So, and this is then the first stitch of the next round. Okay, so now for round 3 we will simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So when you made the first single crochet, you can then take your marker and place it in that stitch. If you don't have a marker, you can just use a piece of scrap yarn. 1 single crochet. Got away from me, in each stitch. And once you have finished this round, I recommend you weaving the tail from the magic circle, like so. And you just take the tail and your needle and weave it in. I won't do that right now. You will make 4 of these ears, 2 for each slipper. And for round 4, I remove my marker, and then I make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and I place my marker back in it. And then I make 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. And now I make 1 single crochet in 2 stitches, and I will repeat 2 single crochet in 1 stitch and 1 single crochet in 2 stitches 3 times, a total of 3 times, so all the way around. So 2 and 1. Of course, I have a knot. And then we do, it was 2, that was 1, and then I do 1 more, exactly. I'm sorry about the zoom, trying to zoom in and out. I think it's because I'm using a black hook, so it wants to zoom in on the hook. And I might need to buy different color hooks for my video to make sure that you can see what I'm doing properly. I hope you can see even though it's zooming in and out. So now I have made 2 single crochet in 2 stitches and 1 single, no, sorry, that's incorrect. I have made 2 single crochets in 1 stitch and 1 single crochet in 2 stitches all the way around, so 3 times. I remove my marker. And I begin on round 5. So when I made my first, I place my marker and then I make 1 more. So 2 single crochets in 1 stitch and then 1 single crochet in 3 stitches. And then 2 single crochets again. And 1 single crochet in 3 stitches. And last sequence repeat. There. Now I will make 1 single crochet in each stitch all around. So I remove my marker, place my first stitch, and then I place my marker in. It got away from me. Where did it go? Found it. Sorry about that. This is why I prefer to work with chunky yarns. It's not as tricky as the smaller hook and smaller yarn. one single crochet in each stitch all around. Like that. And then I remove my marker, and we will do one more round of one single crochet in each stitch. Like that. And now we will do a decrease round. So we will start with 2 single crochet 2 together, so through first stitch and through the second stitch and through all loops. And then I will place my marker in that stitch because it's the first stitch. And then I will make 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, and then another decrease, which is a single crochet 2 together. So you start with the single crochet 2 together, then 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, and then you repeat that all the way around, so 3 times. Like that. And now I will be making just 1 row of single crochets all the way around. Oh, oops. I need to find where that was. And once you have completed 1 ear, you will then do 3 more. So a total of 4 ears. Like that. Do not cut the tail too short, because you will use this to sew it in place. And then do 3 more. And I will show you how to fold and attach them when you are done. So we will now get on to the bow. It doesn't take very much yarn, so you can We'll use just a scrap yarn, make a slip knot, and then we will chain 4. And in the last chain back here, we will then make 4 double crochets. And then we will make 1 slip stitch through the same. So this is all worked in the last chain. I might have done my starting chain or my slip knot a bit tight, so I recommend you might loosen it a bit. Then we will chain 3, and we will continue working in the same stitch, 4 double crochets. And then we will end with a slip stitch in the same chain. Like that. And you want to have at least a decent amount of yarn, because when you're making stuff for kids with little details like this, you want to make sure that they are extremely secure. So first of all, I will tie these 2 ends together so the rest of the stitches can't unravel. Like that. And I will take both of my tails and wrap them around. A few times, trying to get my bows to match as much as possible. Like that. Can you see that? A tiny bow. So now that you have your, for 1 pair of slipper, or 1 slipper of the pair, you have 2 ears, 1 bow and 1 slipper. You have probably made 4 ears and 2 bows and 2 slippers. I am just showing 2 of those and 1 of those and 1 of those, because I have already made this one. So now we will start by making sure we weave in all our ends properly. So I just go up and down and back and forth in between my stitches as much as possible, because I want it to be secure. I will just do like that for this video, and then I will cut it as closely as I can without cutting the stitch, and the same goes for this. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and leave a thumbs up and leave a comment. I would really like to hear from you. and I have some really smart pointers for you in one of my how-to videos on how to work with this chenille yarn and how to make sure that when you switch balls or color, your ends don't unravel, because it's such a fluffy yarn, it's hard to just tie a knot. So then this slipper is done, and we will now do the ears. So pull your yarn through your last stitch and fold your ear whichever way you want. I want to have the higher side, you see this side back here, if it can zoom, the higher side back here I want to have in the back, so I fold with the shorter side like that. So I take my needle and my yarn and I fold it, and in the other direction or on the other side I go through the first stitch on the edge, so it's tight. So it's tight here, see, like that. And then I put this side towards the slipper, and I choose where I want my ears to be placed. I want it as centered as possible, so I think I will do one ear over here like this, and I will do it through a post like that, and then I will go through all the layers of the ear like this, and then I will go through it again and around the post one more time, and then I will continue to sew it like this until I feel that the ear is securely in place and it looks good. And then you can't really see here, but here is the stuff that's been going through. So I will just wiggle my needle, so I get one of these that is pulled through, and then I will just make a knot that I feel I can trust and that is secure, and I will do it as many times as I feel like to make it secure, and being careful not to poke through on the other side, I weave in the end because I don't want it showing on the outside. On the inside it doesn't do as much. And when I'm satisfied with that, I just cut my yarn. So, and then I will do the exactly same thing with the other ear. I will fold it, I will go through, but this time I can't place this side on this, I need to place the other side. So I try to look where the ears will be even. Yes, I think that will be fine. And then I just do the same thing for this ear. Before I really sew it down, I double check that I think that it looks nice and even. And then all I do is I go through it all. Make sure it's secure and just continue until I am happy. With the ears placement and the fit. And when I am happy, I just poke it through, so I make sure it's on the inside. Because I don't want any knots on the outside showing. I find, so sorry about the zooming out, I can't do anything about it really. Then I make a secure knot, and then I weave in the ends. You will probably want to weave in your ends a bit more than I am showing you right now, but I'm just doing this to show you what you will be doing. Okay? So, and the bow works in the same way. Since I want as little of loose yarn as possible, I will use both of these ends here. I will cut them so they are approximately the same length. And then I will start with one. I will pick the placement for my bow so it matches with the other shoe. There, I think. I will then go through into the other side like this. Make sure that my yarn is still wrapped like that. And then I will take the other and pull that one through on the opposite side of the stitch I am placing this on. So I can tie them both together like this. So I will start with tying them together because they are separate sides, so the bow, sorry, losing my words, can't be pulled off. And then I will take both of them through my needle like this, and then I will go out under my bow and through above my bow. So I am making sure it really stays on there like it's supposed to, and I might do that 2 or 3 times just because I want it to really, since it's for kids, I need it to be extremely secure so no one chokes. And then we do the same as we did with the ears. We go through the wrapped yarn and we make as a secure knot as we can. Now I like to separate these two, and then I tie them together to make sure that the first knot I did can't come undone. So everything needs to be as secure as possible. like that. And when I have done that, I will just weave in these ends too. And they are done. 2 tiny cute slippers. This is kind of the problem with me crocheting separate days, because I did this one yesterday and then I did this one today. Today my tension seems to have been a bit tighter, but since they flex, it doesn't really matter. So there you go, some little Mary Lamb slippers. So don't forget to check out this month giveaway celebrating 2K subscribers, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up and share this video with your friends so they can also make cute little slippers. And yeah, leave a thumbs up, and thank you so much for staying through this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.